Hello everybody, in this video we're going to turn this Midjourney image, AI generated image, into this motion picture, this video. So basically I'm going to give you tips how to create better dimensionality using Motionleap when you bring your Midjourney images into that app. So first let's take a look at it with sound and everything so we can see how everything comes together. Alright, let's jump into Motionleap. So first of all, I search for my subject. Alright, in this case, this is this fire tornado. And I bring the pathing, which is the direction which everything will be animated. I can create several of them, and each area depends on the pathing close to it will be animated accordingly. So I decided that things from the bottom will go up, and then it's going to turn towards the left side. So as you can see, when I click play, that's how it is, but everything goes up around it as well, so we need to put anchors. So this way I can actually segment the areas that I want to be animated and those that I don't want to be animated. Now this is important to do it very carefully, because again those fine details are very important, because if some areas get stuck and some are animated close to this tornado, it kind of will appear weird. So I need to kind of fine tune it with the areas of the pathing and with the anchor to make it look again very realistic, because everything will appear big and eventually viewers will notice it. So what I do, first of all, you see I'm putting some anchors, so the right side won't actually flow into it. The reason I do it also to give this dimensionality, I'm going to show you also when I do it on the right side, to make it appear 3D. So the tornado is moving one direction, and then I can just apply animations to the sky and segment that area, so make it moving a bit to the another direction, so it appears like there are several layers, and this again adds another layer of dimensionality. It's very important, especially for this particular video that I'm showing you right now. So as you can see, I'm just going into the fine details here, and I'm making sure that if there are ones that I need to delete, I delete. You see the overlapping there, some of them are kind of not moving. I want it to move, I don't want to be stuck, it will look weird. So I want kind of everything, even the small areas there that are kind of protruding, I want them to be moving rather than staying still. And then as you can see, it looks beautiful. Now the other thing that I didn't do in my previous video is making the bottom kind of move up, because there are limited amount of things that I can actually use as objects. In Motionleap, I try to animate the bottom so it looks like things going, dust and stuff going up. So I just put the animation. Of course I need to anchor it as well, so not everything actually moves. So I put more anchors, but still I want things around it to kind of move upwards. Alright, so everything there at the bottom will be animated upwards. Now the next thing I'm animating, as you can see, the clouds, the smoke there. Again, I make sure also at the bottom, you see I anchor the area at the bottom so we won't actually be affected, because it needs to be static. Otherwise it will just look weird. So I make sure that I animate it in the way. You can change it again whatever direction you want, but you need to make sure that some of the things that should be static are static, unless you want to go crazy. Well, it's up to you. So here I'm trying different pathings to see the results. So I decided, well, actually that's going up can be actually interesting. Now, one tip for you here, when I got the image, there were kind of lines there, you know, again, because the image is kind of grungy, so I needed to remove it, because otherwise, if I apply animation and those lines that look like, I don't know, like parts of a tree or something. They're not actually animating. If they're animating, it will look weird. So what I did is just remove it in Photoshop. So that area where there's smoke, clouds, it will look cleaner. Again, because I tried it already and actually looked really weird. And it kind of really impaired the immersion, basically. So I decided just to remove it, those parts of the image, just to make it cleaner in this area. So you can do this in Photoshop or your favorite photo editing software in some areas that you don't want to be actually animated. So just clean it up. Now again, to make it more interesting, I decided also to animate the right part. Again, things need to be moving, dynamic. It's kind of weird that something is static, the other thing is kind of moving, especially the right area. So I decided to, again, make it move upwards. Again, the other thing was move up and left. The main one, this one move upwards, kind of a smoke. And again, I need to make sure that I put some anchor points there as well, so it won't actually affect. And this is, by the way, very important because I didn't want the back area, which is the light gray, to actually appear like it's moving with the dark area. So this is what I talk about adding dimensionality. So those two won't intersect and appear like they are separate layers. So the dark smoke will actually be something from the front and the other one will be something at the back. So again, because it's animated and it will affect everything in the image in the nearby pixels, I need to make sure to anchor that one accurately as well. Then you can see that this part seems like it's moving upwards. I wish I can control, by the way, the speed for different areas, so different pathing. That would be really cool. So to add extra kind of dimensionality, because things are moving at different speeds, but they're not an option for that, at least not something that I know of. And I also apply different direction to those light gray areas, so they've been moving in a different direction separately, and also they're going to be segmented from both the tornado and from the smoke. So again, adding dimensionality like that, and then as you can see, it looks really nice. Now for the fun part, adding some effects. So I added the fire effects at the bottom. Again, I really wanted something at the bottom kind of appear like it's boiling and moving. So I added kind of a fire effect there, and it looks really nice. This is, by the way, was not a good one. Let me show you what I used at the end. So this, as you can see, a fire effect. I just wanted to merge kind of seamlessly at the bottom. And again, it's a fire tornado after all, so I really want to emphasize on having that fire animation at the bottom, that something is like burning there. And then I took another object of fire and put it on the right side. This is actually a perfect one for this particular image. You just look absolutely stunning with it. So there we have a burning fire. Look how beautiful it looks again with the smoke and everything. And then I reduced the size a bit because it needs to be kind of a bit appear far. So just reduce the size and, well, until I got it, well, just right. The other thing that I really wanted is something extra, you know, again, to add dimensionality. So I decided to take this and kind of put it there. There's the sun, the background, and it just adds so much, this little detail, but it just looks absolutely stunning, really. So, and it's actually fit, you know, everything, because it was kind of you know, it's blurry, and so it's really, really nice things to add to the scene. The other thing that I added, I really like, because the left side looked like, you know, kind of a graveyard, and it's like a person there, just, well, probably not alive anymore. So I really want to put there something that looks like a graveyard, like something dramatic, you know, some, you know, that feeling that, well, this is the end, right? So I put those bats flying around there. And of course I added sound effects afterwards. All the sound effects, by the way, I added after, that are not those who actually come with Motionleap. Here I'm actually adding kind of a smoke effect. Again, adding another dimensionality, because again, the smoke is kind of slow and it also covers the entire image. So again, you can play with other effects, but the smoke was just perfect for it. Now, Motionleap also have a feature where you can actually use a brush and just apply a masking to the area where you want to appear, but it's kind of rough. I wish I can control the feather, basically, so I didn't like it, and basically I decided just to put it on the entire image. The other thing is to play with the opacity until you can find the right balance so it blends in nicely and it doesn't really take over the image. And yeah, until you are satisfied with it. Yeah, aside from that, I also changed the tone of the image, make it more warm rather than cold. Although I really like when it's also cold as well, but again, it's kind of supposed to be warm and with the sun in the background, so I kind of changed it as well, and that's about it. After that, I export the video in 4K, and that's what you see in front of you right now. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you find this one useful. Again, adding dimensionality into Midjourney, taking an image from Midjourney, bringing it into Motionleap and creating some beautiful stuff. I hope you enjoyed these tips. And again, try to use it, and with other type of images, just shows a certain subject, but again, it can fit for many type of things. So if you create something original and cool, let me know in the comment section below. And if you find this one useful, maybe consider leaving this a little like and maybe consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers.